Manya Raghav, can you please confirm if you can see my screen?
Yes, sir, the screen is visible.
Okay, guys. And Raghav and Manya, I would request you to please keep a tab on the chat. I don't see the chat box right now. So if one of you can keep a check on the chat box in
Sure,
case
sir.
there are any messages or questions.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll get the ball rolling. Let me see. Okay. So first of all, I'm quickly sharing some of the paper cutouts in the recent news that you will see in social media and other platforms as to what is going on in the job market. So you will see 96% of the Indian employers plan to recruit accounting professionals in 2024. So there is a current shortage of skilled accounting professionals, and definitely because of that, there is going to be a surge in the demand. Barden reports buoyant demand for early career accountants. Again, there you will see that all these news that I am sharing with you, this indicates that there is a huge demand of skilled accountants lying out there. There is a huge supply shortage, and there is a demand both in India and outside India. So there is a huge opportunity sitting out there which we can tap into. Robert Half reports finance and accounting talent is in high demand. This was for the Southeast, Middle East countries. This is in everywhere. I'm not specific to US or the Middle East or India. Everywhere, wherever you see right now. In fact, there is a data from the US Bureau of Labor where they are saying that in the next 3 years there is going to be a 6% increase in demand for skilled accountants, and that is as high as any other professional skill that is required. So there is a very big and a huge ocean of opportunity that you're looking at. So this is the right time for you to graduate out of a commerce and accounting stream, or maybe any other stream for that matter, and then tap into this accounting opportunity. Top accounting firms in India bullish on hiring. Everybody is hiring. And when I say accounting is one aspect of it, but accountants can do a lot of other things as well. Accountants can do taxation, accountants can do business consulting, they can do risk advisory, they can do mergers and acquisitions, all this because your base in accounting has to be strong. So there is a lot of opportunity sitting out there if you clear out to be a skilled accountant. Now, I mean, all this is there. I mean, all this demand is there. Now, the next topic that I'm coming to, there is a shortage of skilled accountants. And why do you think there is a shortage of skilled accountants? Because the current batch that is graduating out, and I'm not trying to demean my academic, I have also been through the same academic process that you are going through. So I'm not demeaning or mocking at the current academic syllabus in India, but all I'm trying to say is there is more that we can do in terms of academic growth. Because of our academic, which is more into theoretical, which is more into, bookish and a rote kind of a learning, and we'll talk about what rote learning is, it does not give you the right skill set. It does not prepare you for the onslaught that is coming through when you go out of college. There is a severe need of professionals who not only have theoretical knowledge, but also have practical skills. So again, I mean, that also came out in the polls. You guys very well understand that it is the practical skills which will help you go a long way in your career. Very quickly, moving on to the next slide. Why do you think the shortage of skilled accountant? I am harping this for the last 5 minutes that there is a shortage of skilled accountant, there is a shortage of skilled accountant, there is a big demand of skilled accountants. Why do you think there is a shortage of skilled accountant? What has happened in the last 3-4 years that there is a shortage of skilled accountant? One is the rapidly evolving accounting landscape. So there is a significant change in the way people are looking at accountants now. It is not only about doing a debit credit. It is not only about the olden days Munim, where you are maintaining khatas and the books of accounts. So we are not talking about bookkeeping, by the way. There's a huge difference between what a bookkeeping is and an accountant is. We are talking about skilled accountants. We are talking about people who can give me financial data to help me make decisions, to help me make more profits, to help me increase my sales, to help me reduce my cost, to help me reach out to the right customer. these accountants, only skilled accountant can only provide you data which makes more sensible, which helps the board to make the right decision. And there has been a lot of technological advancement. I mean, initially, I remember 1994, 1995, people used to talk about, hum to banate the ledger. And as if people have attended Sanjeev Krishnan session, he also mentioned that during his time, they used to make those paper books and ledgers. And from there, now we are talking about AI. So we have come down a long way now from those 1984 to 2024, where technology has made a significant change in the accounting profession. So while you are learning accounts in the college or through the academic process, technology, the adoption of technology, data analytics, changing regulatory framework, it is important that we pick up that. Lack of practical experience. Again, I have spoken about this a lot. Practical experience only makes you good. Practical experience, I mean, you can do as many net practice as possible, as Sachin Tendulkar says, but it is only once you start batting in the real match, then only it talks about your character. So, I mean, the net practice only does not help. Demand is outstripping supply. There is a huge demand of people out there, as I told you earlier as well. And those paper cutouts tell you that there is a significant demand of supply, skilled accountants and people. And I'll tell you one of the major reasons what has happened is pre-COVID, or I would say why pre-COVID, even before that, there has been a certain trend where people are focusing more on MBAs and BBAs and everything. Again, it is not to demean their achievement, but because of people focusing more on management kind of a role, there has been shortage of accountants. Now, we are not getting good accountants. We are not getting people who understand how to maintain a good financial report. We're not getting people who understand taxation. So there is a certain shortage of that. Complexity of regulatory environment. I mean, all of you would now, I mean, most as all of you are in the business commerce stream, you would understand. And when you speak to your parents or to your grandparents who are in the business, they would tell you there is a significant sea change or a metamorphosis change in the regulatory environment. And now we are not talking about those sales taxes, VAT, central sales taxes, it is GST. And very honestly, if you would have watched this movie Half CA, I mean, I know some of you would have watched this Half CA in Amazon Mini. There's a dialogue which says that get me the corporate law book, otherwise there's a new amendment that will come up. So regulatory environment are changing every day. In fact, I should say every hour. There is a amendment in goods and service tax every 30 minutes. We ourselves have to read through a lot. So your practical experience, your practical challenges, your practical exposure to the real life client data, that is what will build you and get you ready for your corporate career, to build you for your job. Limited awareness and perceptions. Many students and professionals are not fully may not fully comprehend the diverse career opportunities. I mean, I'm not talking about you guys, but I have met people, and again, as I said, I have interacted with a lot of clients and a lot of people who have just started their career. And I can tell you, a lot of people do not even understand what an accountant means. For them, accountant is someone who goes and just does a debit and credit and tally. That's not the case. Accountant does a lot more. It is beyond those tally, debit, and credit. It is about preparing the financial statement. It is about writing those notes on accounts. It is about presenting the data to the management, telling that, okay, because of this, your tax can be high, your tax can be low, or you can do this to improve your earnings per share. You can do this to increase your sales. There is a opportunity for cost reduction. There's an opportunity for savings. There is a trend that I see in this specific market where you can probably sell more. So bringing out those minor facts from the data, from the financial data, that is what a skilled accountant is. And of course, now you guys may ask question, if you're talking about skilled accountant, a chartered accountant can always do that. So why not go and do a CA? Yes, of course, you can go and do a CA. All of you would appreciate that CA is the most difficult exams. And myself being a CA, I can tell you it is not that easy to crack. So, and only 3-4% or 5% of people can become CA. So are we saying that the others are not good enough? Are the others not capable enough to be accountants? It is only chartered accountants that can be skilled accountants? No. I mean, that is not the case. Maybe a chartered accountant can provide his signature on the financial report, and that is fine. But we all will have to appreciate that it is not only chartered accountant. Any accountant who has good practical experience, who is there, who reads a lot, who puts in an effort, can be a good accountant. And trust me, honestly, I can tell you, with my 15 years of experience, I can tell you, when we go and talk to people, when we go and talk to client, it is not that we only talk to CAs on the other side. We're not, all the CFOs are not chartered accountants, all the DGM finance and senior finance people are not chartered accountants, by the way. The industry is looking at people who are skilled accountants. The industry is looking at people who reads a lot, who is there, who is ready to improvise, who can bring in those finer aspects of data analysis, and bring in new data where the management can take action. So, chartered accountant is definitely, if anybody of you aspiring to become a chartered accountant, please go ahead. But I can tell you for sure that there is a chartered accountancy course, but barring that, taking the difficult route, there is an easy route as well. And I'm not discouraging you for anyone to become a chartered accountant. It's just that I know a lot of people may not even ultimately become chartered accountants. So we at CImpact Academy are training you in this accountancy profession, and I'll tell you more about the course in the next few slides. But this is where we come into. Moving on to the next slide. So I'm talking about skilled accountancy, and I'm talking about what skills do you require. So did I change the page? So what skills do you require? I mean, a lot of you can ask me questions. Okay, what is wrong with our current academics? What is wrong? We are going through a lot of hard work there. We are going through a lot of problems in the books. We are colleges also help us. I mean, definitely. So I am again not against the academic progression. All I'm saying is your academic journey equips you with the knowledge. It is the foundation of your growth, but it is the skill-based training that empowers you to navigate. It is the skill-based training. Again, I'm repeating, it is the skill-based training which will take you a long way in your career. That will help you to navigate through the difficult waters when you join the corporate world. So our academic, and that is fortunately, unfortunately, good, bad, whatever we say, our academics are good enough for us to mug up, learn things, learn accounting standards, learn tax rates and all that. And there are certain aspects of it which is true, which even we do. We have to learn a lot of things. But again, it is that that finer aspect of possessing the practical skill. What can we bring to the table? How can we practically help our clients? There are certain challenges that the client has which is beyond books. How can you practically help them to solve a problem? That is where your practical exposure, your practical interaction with the client, understanding their problem, that is what will help you. So this being said, some of you are in the final year of your college, and you are about to start your corporate journey, and soon in the next few months or in the next year, maybe probably, you will graduate, you will come out of college, maybe through campus, through off campus, through friends, through peers, through interview, you will ultimately start your career. What is the most important thing? And as some of you have mentioned on the poll as well, what is the most important thing that is important for you when you start your corporate journey? It will be your practical skills. It will be how quickly you can pick up, adopt to the changing environment from campus to corporate, and how can you quickly pick up their culture, how can you quickly pick up and start delivering to the job expectations that you are in. And that is what will make you stand out from the crowd. There will be a lot of people who will be through academic courses, maybe ranks, marks, percentages, mark sheets. They will definitely get started with the corporate journey. But how do you make yourself stand out? How do you make sure that, okay, when I hit a company, a Tata or an ITC or a PwC or a Deloitte, how do you make sure you stand out from the crowd? Because everybody may be coming out of either Xavier's or maybe coming out from any other college. But how do you stand out from the crowd? You stand out from the crowd by telling them, okay, I have had 6 months of internship already. I have had practical exposure to the client already. I have had interactions with the client where I have submitted the GST returns. I have had client interactions where I prepared their financial statement. So I understand what an asset is. I understand what an earnings per share is. I understand what a net asset ratio is. I understand what the liquidity ratio is. I understand what does it mean. What does a equity to debt ratio means? How does it impact when it increases? How does it impact when it decreases? I know how to prepare a project report for applying for a new loan from the bank. So that is where you will stand out from the crowd. And this is exactly where our new course, Certified Financial Pro, and I'll talk about in the next few slides about our course, what Certified Financial Pro is. Okay, so I have the next 18 minutes left. I'll quickly go through the course, what our course is about. You guys can see my screen, right? Okay, so so this CImpact Academy, it's been launched last couple of years now. We have been training people now. I'll quickly tell you about what certain advantages of our course is. We specifically focus on practical applications. We specifically provide real life data to the students. We give them all the experience that they need to get them ready for the corporate career. Filing GST return, hands-on GST returns, filing TDS returns, filing income tax returns of corporates and individuals, giving them real data from the client, asking them to post entries in Tally. Of course, after a rigorous theoretical training in the classroom, then we provide you practical trainings. But there is a specific course curriculum carved out where in a week we have 3 classes. 2 classes are dedicated for theory, and 1 class every week is dedicated to apply the theory that you have learned in the practical session. There is a dedicated faculty that we have who is only responsible for practical training. He provides you all the help needed to help you in your career growth. Critical thinking, it is not only about asking you and training you what debit and what credit is, the golden rules of accounting, the modern rules of accounting and everything. We help you discover the finer aspects of the financial statements. We help you discover the final aspects of the data. We help you learn how can you read through the financial statement so that you understand what can be done better. Communication skills. Shilpa, to your question, we are helping people. We have another faculty, a dedicated faculty for communication skills, where we will provide real life examples, case studies, certain programs where people can hone in their communication skills, how to interact with your seniors, how to prepare yourself for the interviews, how to write business emails, what are the etiquettes that you need to keep in mind when you are writing a business email. How do you go and meet a client? What should be your body language? How should you write an email to your prospective client? How do you write an email to a board of director? So how do you improve? How do you build in that confidence? How do you go and do a presentation? All that we have certain case studies. There will be certain programs that we have. Case study will be given to you. You will be asked to do a presentation on that. There will be a topic given to you. You will have to prepare your presentation and then come up and do a presentation in front of the judges. Team collaboration, again, a very important aspect of corporates now. As the vice principal was also mentioning on that day on 23rd August, that it is teams who win and not individuals. It is team collaboration. It is how you need to work in a team environment. How do you need to collaborate? And again, we will be having various sessions around this where you will be bifurcated into various, just like you have in Xavier's. Ours will be more difficult, where we'll be bifurcating you into teams, asking you to give you financial statements, and then you read through those financial statements, provide your insights on those financial statements. Problem solving, again, part of critical thinking, where we will give you real life case studies and we'll ask you to solve those real life problems. Very quickly, before I take up questions, I see there are a couple of questions in the Q&A tab. What I will do is I will take you through a quick video of our course so that you understand a little more about CImpact Academy. What I will do. Guys, are you able to hear the video? Manya Raghav, can you confirm?
Welcome to the world
Yes,
of
sir, we can hear
Yes,
you.
sir, we can hear.
limitless possibilities. Introducing CImpact Academy, your gateway to excellence in finance and accounting.
Sorry, guys.
Welcome to the world of limitless possibilities. Introducing CImpact Academy, your gateway to excellence in finance and accounting. We have the best faculty for your training and to acknowledge all your problems and hurdles. Prepare yourselves to enter the world of numbers and financial strategy. We offer a wide range of courses to suit all your learning goals, from advanced accounting to taxation to advanced financial analysis. CImpact Academy has something for everyone. Whether you are a fresh graduate or a seasoned professional wishing to advance your career.
Along with the theoretical training, we also provide you practical trainings to help you apply what you learn. At CImpact, we ensure that you can complete the training along with your professional commitments by offering you flexible schedules, weekend programs, and extensive case materials. After the training, we will provide you a prestigious certificate which will set you apart in the job market and also provide interesting professional opportunities. So, what are you waiting for? Come, let's join in. Start the journey of learning.
Hello friends, I am CA Saket Agarwal, your trainer at CImpact Academy, a premier institute for comprehensive learning in accounts and finance. We are launching a new course, Certified Financial Pro. This includes training in accounts and finance, GST, goods and service tax, income tax, MS Office, Tally, and soft skill communication. For details, contact us. Additionally, we are also offering some exciting bonuses for our first 50 registrations. So do not wait, come and book your seat now.
Okay. So before I take any questions, I would like to complete the presentation because I think we only have 10 minutes and today is a weekend and people might have other commitments. I'm open to staying for another 15-20 minutes after 12 so that I can answer all the questions. But in the next 10 minutes, at least I would like to cover the course content so you guys know what CFP is all about. So what is the course content in the Certified Financial Pro? We have 6 topics or 6 subjects, so to say, that we cover. First is advanced accounts, and we specifically talk about basic accounting also. Most of you would know basic accounting. We expect that, at least we are expecting that most of the students who are coming to us will be second year or third year undergrads. So we expect that they would already know about the basic principles of accounting, but we still, as a refresher, we start with basics. We do a very quick round of reviews and revisions around basic principles of accounting, and then we kickstart our course. How to do accounts finalization, how to do financial statement analysis, as I was talking about critical thinking and problem solving, financial ratios, what are depreciation methods and amortizations, and how do we really, what is the company law requirements, what is the income tax requirement, how does depreciation method, what happens when you change the depreciation method, what is the impact of depreciation on profits, and how does it matters? It matters a lot, actually. It is not only about just choosing a SLM or a WDV. And your depreciation method selection can impact your financial statements. Cash flow statements, how to prepare a cash flow statement, bank reconciliation statement in Excel. Bank reconciliation may sound very easy. It is an easy thing, but we'll actually show you, certain templates and help you understand how can you make those BRSs very easily. What are intangible assets? What is goodwill? How to do the goodwill treatment? Accounting for leases, revenue recognition method, a very important aspect right now. Highly required skill right now with most of the chartered accountants and auditors as well. Accounting standards. We'll try and cover the old accounting standards. Give you a brief about the Ind AS as well, but we don't deep dive really in Ind AS as it is only a 6 months course. So we try and cover at least the old accounting standards so that it gives you a flavor about what accounting standards are, and give you a very quick introduction and a brief level of introduction to Ind AS. Live preparation of financial statements from Tally. Goods and service tax, introduction to, so from the advanced accounts, next topic we move to goods and service tax, the indirect tax. Introduction to GST, the concept and the importance, GST registration process, GST returns filing, all returns filing, including 1, 3B, 9, at least most of the regular returns that we do, we will help you file that, and we'll take you through a training in a class and then also provide you live data so that you can do filings from your own. Input tax credit mechanism, what are the limitations, what is allowed, what is not allowed, what are the general questions that department asks you when you claim input tax credit. Reverse charge mechanism, composition schemes, e-way bill generation right from the portal, how you can generate the e-way bills. GST audit and department, again, this is at a very high level we cover because, and again, in 6 months duration, we do not have so much of a time where we deep dive in audit and assessment, but definitely it provides you a high level introduction idea about how GST department conducts an audit. GST compliance and record keeping, how do you have to maintain your record keeping from a compliance perspective, and any recent updates and amendments in GST. Moving on to next one, direct taxation. Again, basics of income tax. This again, we are expecting most of the people to already know this because as second year or third year undergrads, people definitely are aware about what basics of income tax is. But again, we'll go through revisions and before we start our main courses. Then we talk about the 5 pillars of income. Again, we do a deep dive in all those pillars. We will help you understand some of the important provisions, how we calculate, what are the advantages, what are the things you need to keep in mind when you do a certain rate of tax, how can you help clients to choose a better rate of taxation, what could be the possible, salary structure that you should offer your, every company have a different salary structure, but why have they changed it? Why can't they make just one salary structure? It is not the case. So we'll explain you the reasons why salary structures are made, and how it is made more beneficial to the employees so that they can save more tax, and all that will be covered. Deduction and exemptions under Income Tax Act, tax planning strategies, as I was talking about, how do you plan your tax to make sure that you are on the advantage in your side. Tax deducted at source, TCS, tax return filing and assessment. Again, we will try and cover at least all the income tax returns for individuals, corporates, and HUF. Some of the more difficult returns like trusts and NGOs and all, we might not be able to cover, but we will try and cover at least the theoretical aspect of it. From a practical perspective, we ensure that we take you through and give you an opportunity to file some of the individual returns and the corporate returns. Changes are, as you see, any tax act, tax laws will have changes, so we'll try and cover those recent changes in the tax laws. Again, all this is theory and practical both. As I said, all the returns, filing, payment of taxation, everything will be shown to you how practically it is done in the class. And we will also give you an opportunity to file your returns. We'll give you a live client data, take you in a class, ask you how to file. You can do a hands-on filing for a real live client. MS Office. So next topic is Office. Again, a very important skill. No professional or no career, no skill is complete without MS Office. So we'll give you a good hands-on exercise on Microsoft Office, including MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Outlook. We're not covering Access and all. Only the 4 tools covered are Word, Excel, Outlook, and PowerPoint. It talks about Access, but we have removed that. We don't cover Access anymore. Excel, how do you do the data analysis, the basic formulas, some of the advanced formulas, how can you do pivots, VLOOKUPs, charts, how do you use Excel to prepare data visualization. And additionally, it doesn't talk about that, but what we are trying to do is, we will also give you a quick introduction about how to use some of the data visualization tools. I'm not sure how many of you have heard about Google Data Studio. So we'll try and cover some of the finer aspects of Google Data Studio, and we will also use Excel to show you how you can make those charts, and make your data look good. Adding those beautiful charts, pie charts, waterfall chart, bar chart, histograms, and all. So that also will be taught to you. So this is MS Office and MS PowerPoint as well. We will also cover. We will help you first to show you certain presentations, how it is prepared. We'll give you certain templates as well, which can be with you. More than 700 templates that we already have in our kitty that I have over the years prepared for various of my clients. So those templates, along with a few other templates that we have, we will provide you those templates so that even in future, when you require a presentation to be made, either for your job or for your project or anything, you can use those templates for making your presentations. Going into Tally, we will again introduce you to the Tally software. We will teach you on how to create companies, the various configuration that you need to keep in mind, the chart of accounts setup, voucher entry, and all this will be practically done. We will show you, we will give you invoices, we will give you credit notes, we will give you debit notes, we will give you the payroll register. You will have to post entries so that you know what is the importance of posting an entry and what is the importance of posting the right entry in the right way. Because just by doing a debit credit, it may not throw you the right report. So it is important you know how should I record an entry so that if I later on need a report from Tally, the Tally should give me the report in the way I want. For that, for a machine to give you the right output, you have to give the right input. So we'll also take you through on how to provide the right input to the machine. GST compliant invoicing, we will take you through how to directly generate GSTR1, GSTR3B, GSTR9 from Tally, how to generate payroll register from Tally, including PF, ESI, PTAX returns from Tally itself. TDS compliance, again, how to generate the TDS return directly 24Q, 26Q from the Tally itself, so that you can directly, pull out the report from Tally and just upload it on the government portal. Inventory management, how to maintain the stock registers, item masters, product masters, rate, pricing, everything will be taught to you. Bank reconciliation, I've already covered. Generating financial reports, PL, balance sheet, and other costing reports, profit center reports, employee reports, expense report. What are the various reports that you can generate from? There are now, Tally has added a lot more features to it. You can do ratio analysis as well in Tally now. So, and all that will be taught. Tally shortcut keys, data backup and security, budget and cost center. So Tally now, people who have used, they would know that Tally also has a budget feature. So we'll also take you to the budget feature. Now coming to communication and soft skills, Shilpa, specifically for you again, these are some of the topics that we are covering. Effective communication skills, how you can become an effective communicator. What are the things you need to keep in mind? And then we say that it is not only your words that is used for communication, it is your entire body, your body language, the way you express yourself, the words that you use, the tonal quality that you use, the voice modulation that you are doing, everything is used to communicate a message. So how can you hone on those skills? Business writing and email etiquettes will again train you on how to write those business emails, how do you write emails to client, what should be your email when you write to pitch for a client, what do you write when there is a certain escalation to the client and how do you respond to an escalation, how to write a difficult note to an employee, how to write a job seeking email to a prospective employer. All that will be taught to you. Active listening and feedback, interpersonal skills and team collaboration, for presentation skills and this is very important. We have a lot of sessions around this where specifically we will call students and we'll ask them to present to the entire class, and there are certain industry experts who will be in the class at that time, and they will probably review your public speaking skills and they will provide you feedback. Time management, goal setting, super important. Again, it is not that you have the entire 24 hours. Ultimately you have only 24 hours, not more than 24 hours, and that 24 hours is used for sleeping, eating, and doing a lot of other work as well. So how to make sure that you are setting a goal for yourself and making sure that the goal is achieved in the time that you require. So all that would also be taught. Conflict resolution and problem solving. As I said, that there are a lot of times, in fact, where you have to write a difficult email to an employer, to an employee, to your boss, to your peers, to your colleagues, to your client as well. So how to make sure that you are communicating that well while there is a difficult situation at hand, but how do you communicate to that situation? How do you respond to that situation? Networking and building relationships, super important. And in our world now, networking is everything. Whether you are a chartered accountant, you are not a chartered accountant, whether you are a company secretary and not a company secretary, you do job, you do not do job, you go into business, you become an entrepreneur, networking is super important. So how can you network with people? How to do those ice-breaking conversations with people. All that will also be covered. Mock interviews, this is specifically that we cover once there is an assessment that we do after the entire course is done. And when people clear those sessions, we then specifically call in certain industry experts, DGM Finance, GM Finance, payroll heads, head of operations. There are a lot of people that we have on board as industry experts who come and interview. I mean, again, when I say come and interview, those could be Zoom interviews as well, could be physical interviews as well, face-to-face interviews as well. They will interview you and they will provide you, those important feedbacks which you need to keep in mind when you prepare for your interview. Okay, so all about this, and then quickly I'm going through one. Stop share before I do this. Okay, now very important thing as to what is the pricing of the course. So the initial pricing that we had was 50,000 rupees for 6 months, but specifically for Xavier students, and now we have opened it for everyone. In fact, you can also share it with your friends who are outside Xavier's. We have taken a call last night only that we are opening it up for everyone now. Our new price for the course is 30,000 for 6 months. This is a promotional offer for our batch starting the month of September. We are only charging 30,000 for 6 months, where the payments can also be done on EMI basis. One can pay 5,000 as down payment and the balance 25,000 as 5,000 for each month. This is a promotional offer. This is going to last till probably 10th or 15th of September. We are giving this only for people who come and join our September batch. And this is open for everyone. So it is not only limited to Xavier's now. We initially thought we will do only for Xavier's, but now the management has taken a call that we are opening it up. Everyone, anywhere from the world can take this, and we are offering only 30,000. People interested in only specific areas, like for example, I was getting queries in the last week where people asked me that I don't need to do the entire course. I will only do GST, or I will only do a tally, or I will only do an income tax. For that also, the management has revisited the course curriculum, and now we have specifically launched in a specific program where we say that either of the 6 topics that we are covering, if you are willing to cover only one topic, you can also come and join for us only for one topic. We will charge you 10,000, and this can also be paid in EMI. So let's say you only want to do an accounts, or you only want to do a soft skill communication, or you only want to do MS Office. We are happy to help you there as well. Okay, now another, and that is not only it. We are not only giving you discounts, but for a September batch, we are also providing certain bonuses. Now, what those bonuses are, and let's go through this one by one. Integration of ChatGPT with MS Office. Specifically for the first 50 registrations, we will have specific classes where we will help you learn how ChatGPT or any AI tool can be integrated with MS Office. Basics of Tableau and Google Data Studio. As I said, for the first 50 registrations, we will also help you learn Tableau and the Google Data Studio. Now, Google Data Studio is a freely available tool. Anyone can use it anytime. Tableau is a paid version of it. So what we will take you through is a community version of Tableau, which is freely available. So you don't have to buy Tableau. You don't have to spend those $150 to buy Tableau. That's not the case. We will train you in the community version, and you can use the community version absolutely free of cost. What is the next bonus? Free access to our refresher courses. Anybody, the first 50 registrations who come and join, has free access to our refresher courses throughout life. You do the course with us, the entire, but this is not applicable for courses where people only take one stream. If you're registering for the entire Certified Financial Pro, you are our doors are open to give you access to the entire refresher course. Any refresher course that we take up, there are a lot of refresher courses that we take up, which are like crash courses, not for 6 months. It is only for a month or 45 days. You will have free access. You don't have to pay any penny, any extra money for that. Paid internship with reputed organizations. We have our own client bases. We have our own placement cell where we help clients recruit. So the first 50 registrations will be given paid internships with reputed organizations. After you complete your course, you will be given paid internships. We will help you for those interviews. We will get you ready for those interviews. We will directly get you interacted with the client. And if you get selected, you will be given a paid internship. Opportunity to interact with industry leaders and experts. Again, this we are contemplating. Bonus point number 5. This is an obvious question, that why should only the first 50 people? So this very time, first time, I am changing this. This point number 5 will be open to all. Opportunity to interact with industry leaders and experts. This will be open to all. We will have specific dedicated classes, Zoom sessions, webinars, open to all, where CFOs, CEOs, COOs, production heads, operation heads, partners, directors, those are in my network. We will specifically call them and you will have an opportunity to interact with them. Understand what do you need to do before you start your career. What are the things you need to learn? What are the skills you need to have before you kickstart your career? 100% placement assistance to everyone. Again, point number 6 is also for everyone, not for the first 50 registrations only. Point number 5 and 6, we have opened it to all. Everybody will get 100% placement assistance. So isn't that exciting? We have reduced the prices. We have added extra bonuses for people to join. So the objective is to provide students as much help as possible. The objective is to make sure your first day at job is not like the one I had faced. Is not like the one where you find yourself out of place, where you find yourself lost. You will be well prepared, and that is what will make you stand out from the crowd. Okay, now probably is it, let me see if I have more slides. No, I think I'm done with my slides. So I see a lot of questions which are posted in the Q&A section. Let me quickly take up those sessions. Okay, I think Kashish, we answered you. How will do you going to be perfectly prepared? I think Kashish, I already answered, so that's done. Sir, do you offer courses for marketing or digital marketing? As of now, answer is no. We are not providing courses around marketing or digital marketing, but that is definitely one thing that we are considering. We are talking to a few other teachers and pros in digital marketing. So once we are through with our discussions, probably this is also one thing we'll start circulating. What will be the duration of the courses on a specific topic like Tally? It depends. Like we will try and complete individual courses within 2 months, but again, it can differ by a week or couple of weeks. But currently the plan is that for people who join us for specific courses, we'll try and complete their entire course duration within 2 months. I see Shruti has raised hand. Shruti, do you want to ask the question? You can put it in the Q&A section or in the chat section. Raghav, can you help Shruti once? I think she's raising hand multiple times. Probably she does not know where the chat box is.
So I think she has raised her hand by mistake because
Okay.
it's raised throughout the session.
Nibodh has a question in the chat box. I'm a first year student. Should I join this course? More than welcome, Nibodh. We generally prefer second year and third year students. First year is too early in your curriculum right now to join us, because you should actually complete some of the basics and academics before you get started. Because we will be, for the revisions, we actually do it very quickly. I mean, we don't have enough time. We're not able to provide enough time for you to get acquainted with the basics of accounting and the basics of taxation and all that. So my suggestion is that at least complete your first year. When you have completed your first year, you're ready for second year, or maybe even halfway through second year. That is the time when you should think about joining CFP. Okay, that's done. Any other question, guys? Okay, I'm in the first year. Should I join the course? I've answered that. What are the timings for this course, and can a CA aspirant manage? Yes, of course, a CA aspirant can manage. What we are trying to do is, and we can talk more about this. To begin with, we have kept it flexible, where we have 2 batches, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We are keeping an early morning batch around 8 to 10, and then there is an evening batch as well, 6 to 8. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is one batch, one morning and one evening, and Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday is one batch. However, please get in touch with us. Probably we'll be able to understand what is the flexible timing you need, and accordingly we can accommodate you in some of the batches. We are also looking at keeping weekend batches, specifically for people who are working and who have other commitments. So we'll only have classes on Saturday, Sunday. Classes may be a little longer. Typically on the weekday batches, we have only 2 hours of class. So 2 hours of class into 3 days, which is 6 hours of class. If anybody joins the weekend classes, the classes will be for 4 hours. But I am sure you get in touch with us. Our training coordinators probably will be able to help you, and we'll be able to carve you out a time so that it does not hit your other commitments. It's a continuous 6-month program, not a self-paced program, Aman. It is a continuous course where we will have weekly classes. As I said, 2 theory class and 1 practical class, so 3 classes in a week. However, so let's say you are not able to attend a practical class because of your personal commitments, that we can give you that flexibility. You can take any other class that you want. Someone who is pursuing CFA can take this course. Absolutely, you can take this course. Anybody who is pursuing any professional course, CFA, CS, CMA, CA, can take this course. Classes are offline. I mean, again, as I said, you guys also answered during the poll that you would like to have real life case studies and online offline classes. So if someone needs to understand the practical aspect of it, someone needs to understand how to do it practically, people have to be online. I cannot give you cases and ask you to file returns through an online session. How much time do we have, Dunya? I know we are overboard now, but let us give people another 5 minutes. Probably they will have more questions and we can take up those questions. Guys, any other questions? Feel free to put that in the Q&A or the chat box. Yes, I mean, even if you're not taking up any professional course, you can join this course, and the registration process. Oh, I missed it out. Give me one moment. What you will have to do is, here is our email ID and the contact number. Drop in a note and my training coordinator will reach out to you. Anybody who is interested and wants to know more about the course, wants to know more about the details, we are also planning to keep a demo class somewhere in the second week of September. So if you are interested, here is the email ID and the phone number. Either drop in a WhatsApp message or send in an email with your name and contact details, phone number, email ID, and my training coordinator will reach out to you.